Hey guys, it's Andrea from the blog Pine and Prospect Home, and today I am sharing my spring living room with you all. And I know I already shared sneak peeks of this space after we refinished our floors. I did like an unofficial home tour with you guys here on YouTube, and I will put a card for that if you want to check it out. But I've made a few more changes since then that I'm excited to share with you. And also I want to kind of walk you through some ideas that I have and some things that I'm still looking for. So the very first change, one of the biggest changes that you may or may not have noticed is right behind me. And that is our new slipcovers that we have on our Ikea Far Love chairs. That's a tongue twister. So BEMS is this awesome company that makes slipcovers for your Ikea furniture. So way back when I first started my YouTube channel, I did a review video on our Ikea Far Love chairs. I get asked about these chairs a lot. I love these chairs. They are so beautiful. I love the lines of them, but we really needed to replace the slipcovers. We've had them for a long time. I think I was pregnant with Caleb, so they're about 4 years old. And we wanted to replace them, and plus I had like the stark white covers for these chairs, and I wanted something a little softer that kind of didn't feel so modern and just went more with my English cottage style home. And so the awesome thing about BEMS is that you can order samples. So I ordered a couple of, I think 3 or 4 different samples of fabrics that I thought I would maybe like for these. I ended up choosing this beautiful color. It's called Simply Linen in the color Chalk. And so they make it really simple for you. You can get them for free, and kind of what I did is just sort of set them on my chair. I compared them to my wall color. I compared them to my rug color. And I think it made the decision really simple for me. And guys, we are so in love with these beautiful slipcovers. I feel like they fit the chairs perfectly. They are made so well. The seams are beautiful. I can just tell that they do such an excellent job with these covers. They fit so perfectly snug. And truth be told, if you've ever gotten an Ikea slipcover from Ikea, they are very, very wrinkled when you open them up, and you have to almost wash them immediately. I opened these slipcovers up from BEMS, and I didn't even have to wash them. I put them right on my chairs, and they're almost wrinkle-free, which I think is really nice and really amazing. So it's a subtle change, but I'm really in love with this new look, and I think that they just tie in beautifully to the rest of the decor I have in my living room. So I wanted to point those out first. A couple of other changes I've made is just the layout of the room, and like I said, I shared this in a previous video, but I brought the chairs forward, and I'm really loving this cozy feel to our living room now. It was almost too much space between the couch and the chairs, and although we loved that open area for the kids to play, and I have 4 boys, so there's lots of wrestling happening in my living room. At the same time, now that they're brought in closer, I feel like the conversation is easier. I've had a couple people over. We had a couple from my church over, and I just felt like they weren't quite so far away in these chairs. So I really am loving this layout for now, and it kind of gave me the opportunity to play around with the decor behind the chairs. So I got rid of one side table and sort of used just one in between the chairs, which I really love. So I kept the table decor really simple, just a galvanized vase. You guys know how much I love galvanized metal in the springtime. It reminds me of the garden, it reminds me of outdoors. I put this vase on the table and filled it with flowers, and just a couple of books is really all you need. One thing that I'm really loving behind one of the chairs is my stacked baskets. And if you guys remember, I had these in my sunroom, and I used them to store different like pillow covers and fabrics, and then the top basket is filled with some painting supplies. But I really loved those baskets, and I felt like they were hidden in the sunroom. So having them out in the living room, I've just loved seeing them there. They add texture, they're really beautiful. I love how they're stacked. And above those baskets, I decided to use some vintage artwork that I've collected over the years. These aren't original paintings, they're just prints. One of them, I grabbed at an estate sale. The beautiful picture with the cows drinking from the stream. And then the picture above it is just this beautiful neighborhood scene. And it sort of reminded me of my hometown, so I grabbed that one at an antique store with my mom. So I just love having artwork in my home. I've wanted to incorporate artwork for a long time and I didn't really know how or where, so I really love seeing it there. And then I just put a simple ladder on the other side of the French doors. And I grabbed that ladder with you guys when I went garage sailing last spring. I don't know if you remember. I love that ladder. I think it was $8. It didn't even have a price tag on it, and I just asked about it and she gave it to me for $8, and it's just worn and rustic. It's really old. As far as the French doors go behind the chairs, I know so many of you guys told me I should paint those the same color as the trim. That's one thing I was gonna point out. All of the trim in our living room is painted now this beautiful color called Stingray by Benjamin Moore. It's the same color that's on our built-ins, and I feel like everything flows really well now. In fact, I'm considering painting the trim in our entryway that same color. Really, the only reason why I haven't painted the French doors the same color as the trim around it is laziness, pure laziness. It's gonna be a hard job that takes a lot of time painting around all of those panels. So I'm just kind of waiting until I get the motivation, and that hasn't come yet. But I am really loving this layout. As we move over to the couch area, I did make a few changes. I swapped out the coffee table for one that I grabbed at an antique shop here in town, the same antique shop where I have my own booth. And I saw this beautiful pine chest, and it was only like 45 bucks. And I've had it up in my bedroom for a while, but I decided to try it down here, and I'm really liking it. I love the storage it provides. It's a little bit smaller than the one we had previously, and the decor again is super simple. That's what I like to do in the spring. I just have one of my grandfather's old duck decoys, one of my favorites. I love this beautiful decoy, and then a simple vase with some spring stems. I kept the pillows simple. Everything is very clean, simple, minimal. There is one wall that's stumping me just a little bit. It's the wall over here. I haven't figured out what I want to hang there yet. I don't know if I want to find more artwork. If you remember, I used to have these really cool like crates up there, metal crates, but I wasn't feeling those. I might try them again now that the living room is more put back together, but I was thinking maybe some more artwork, or I'm not really sure. So if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comments. As we move across the room to sort of my fireplace wall, a lot of that has stayed the same. There's really not a lot of changes. I switched out the cutting boards that I had here on the shelf to the old antique one that my husband bought for me at an antique store. It was expensive for us, probably a good price. I've compared the price to those on, you know, like Etsy and eBay, and it was a very good price, but it was just a really beautiful gift from him. He knows how much I love these old breadboards, and I wanted to put it on display and have it out. So I decided to try it here on my fireplace wall, and I'm really loving it. I love the warmth that it brings. I might keep an eye out for a second one to kind of stack against it, but I think it's really beautiful here. Other than that, the fireplace area has really just stayed the same. So that's about it for my living room tour. So one thing that I'm still kind of considering as well is just the lighting in this space. We have this one lamp here, but I would really like another lamp in the corner by the chairs. When we're sitting there reading at night, it's kind of dark. One option I thought of was like one of those lights, my mind just went blank. It's like, it's literally, it's like a skinny wall sconce that you hang above artwork, but there's a specific name for it and I'm drawing a blank. But maybe above the artwork in that corner, it would be a good option. I'm not sure. I haven't figured out yet where I want to add a lamp in that corner. But another area that I would like to update is maybe our ceiling fan. I feel like we don't use it a ton. My husband's not 100% sure on replacing it with something prettier, but I just feel like some type of chandelier. I'm just really stumped right now as to what I want, because I don't want something to hang super low in this space. I mean, we have decent ceilings, but I don't know if I want like a semi-flush mount, or I don't know, guys. I can't really picture it in my head what I want. So I've been playing around and taking screenshots of different lights and kind of putting them in the space. That's what I do a lot when I'm trying to envision something. But if you guys have any ideas, I'd love to maybe replace that light with something else. So other than that, that is my spring living room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always enjoy sharing changes with you guys, and as we shift through the seasons, just sharing what I've changed and the updates that I've made. But so far I feel like this space is really coming together, and it's really becoming a space that I love so much. I tend to enjoy decorating the dining and kitchen areas more, but my living room, I've really come to love it, and it's become just this really cozy space, especially with the stone and the beam, and yeah, I've really been enjoying it. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Make sure you click the link in my description below and head to Bem's. If you have Ikea furniture and you want to give it an update, this is a wonderful option for you, and I just think that it's an awesome company and such an awesome idea. So head over there and check it out if you're interested in replacing your covers. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you are new to my channel, I would love you to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.